when I had to reach out to some friends, even here in Canada, or even the ones that are in Canada safe, I said, please help me with your resume. Let me just use it as a template to do my own. I know the kind of resumes some people gave me, like they removed their information. I'm like, what do I want to do with your information? You're my friend, for crying out. It was crazy, like.
Yeah. I'm in a music.
Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stels. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Stella, like I said earlier on. I'm a Nigerian immigrant based here in Canada, and I give tips on how to relocate to Canada. I give produce DIYs, give financial talks. I also do vlogs as well. So we've been having some certain DIYs on my channel back to back. But today we're just gonna have a chit chat, and it's going to be about friendships when you relocate, the state of your friendship when you relocate to Canada. I don't know how I'm going to phrase the question, but how to handle friends that you did not tell or inform that you're traveling to Canada. And I'm going to give a little side story before I go on to share this. Before now, I used to be even till now, I'm a very open book. Like, my life is like this. There's nothing to hide, to be honest, when it comes to me. And that was very evident at my wedding, because my friends that I call my friends and my close family members, they were there for me and they helped me in so many ways. When I didn't get married in my early 20s or mid 20s. I got married in my late 20s, and my wedding was not an elaborate wedding, but people that were very close to my heart that I knew were at my wedding. There is nobody that was at my wedding that either myself or my husband did not know or my family members did not know. So it was more, and we were over 250. So I valued a lot of them that came for my wedding, that came through for me. So when it came to relocation, and we needed to tell people that we were relocating, right? Aside from my family members, my immediate family members, that's my mom, my dad, sibling, my husband's mom, dad, sibling, and some of the few, we needed to dispose of a property. So those other family members got to know about it. So those are the only family members that got to know about our relocation. Every other extended family got to know after we landed Canada. And I have never been a believer of village people, or they will stop my flight, or they will crash my plane. I have never been a believer of that. The only reason why we didn't tell as much people as we could have told was because we didn't want the situation whereby we tell one person and we don't tell another person, and when we land, the other person is vexed why we didn't tell. And when our family members were not external people right now. So that's the only reason why we didn't tell people, because we wanted everyone to know as when we land Canada. So regards the process, so when it comes to friends, the only friends that from my side that got to know about my relocation has been approved, and when our visa was stamped and everything, was 2 of my friends in the US, 2 of my friends in Canada, then 2 of my friends that were also doing the same process. Now, then this same process is like either they are doing UK or Canada, but they were also aware. Then 2 of my colleagues at work. Those are the only, I counted 8 people just now. Stella. So so you can imagine, I'm saying only. That means you should know that I owed a lot of people explanation. There are some people that currently are still not happy with me, which I don't know. To me, I still feel like there's a sprinkle of evil spirits in that thing. Sorry to say, but it's just awkward and weird that it's not the first relocation I've actually moved in. Let me tell you one relocation. I was based in Lagos for the most part of my life. And I won't count NYSC because NYSC is just 1 year. But I moved to the East. I've been a Lagos girl for the most of my life. So in 2015, I moved from Lagos to the East, Abia State, my state, but not my village. And that was when I started working in GT Bank in 2014. And I was there till 2019. Now, when I did my relocation, this same set of people were in my life then. These people that are vexing right now, they were in my life then. They did not vex that I didn't tell them I was going to Umuahia. They did not vex. It wasn't a big deal, because it's more like Lagos, Umuahia, Lagos, Umuahia. And I'm not saying it to say that, oh, they did not wish me well, but I'm like, it should have the same energy, right? If you're vexing that I have moved from a particular part of the globe to another part, you should have vexed then when you knew that I was moving from Lagos to Umuahia. Let the energy be the same. Don't be fluctuating on me. Let me know your stance. So the point I'm trying to raise is, I actually have a friend that blocks me from viewing her status after she learned I was relocating. After she heard that I was in Canada. And it's not as if she heard from another person, no. She heard from me. Like, I had traveled and I messaged her that I have relocated. It's not as if she saw me on Instagram. It's not as if she saw me on YouTube. It's not as if she saw me on... but coincidentally, when I was telling them, I had already posted my video on YouTube, because I did not... When I landed Canada, I did not wait too long. A lot of people were staying in the country for like 2 months, 3 months before they post the video. But me, I think it was either the next week I posted my video on YouTube. My mom was like, it's too early. I was like, I don't care, you know. So I think it was the same day, because I knew she was going to see it. So I told extended family members too, and I told my friends, the people that I categorize as my friends. And this lady, before she blocked me on her status, from viewing her status, whenever she posts something, if I just comment in my usual manner, you know, she wasn't chatting with me anymore. There was an animosity. Like, this is the person I invited to my wedding, you know. And I'm like, if I had known you had this kind of spirit, this sprinkle of evil spirits, I would have given you distance like tete. But to me, it's not looking like, what is the point now? Okay, you're not even asking how I'm faring in this Canada. You don't know if I'm packing snow. You don't know if I'm doing waitress or bartender. I'm not trying to down anybody's job, but you're not even asking about, this is a major life move, and I have a child and a husband that we packed or put our lives and we went to another state, another country, and you're not even inquiring about how we're faring there. I like friends that check up on me and ask me, how far your job now? Have you gotten another job? Like, even when I came here, I hadn't had a job. I had friends that were checking up on me, you know, asking me such questions. And such questions actually motivate me, because I'm like, I need to get something so that these people can know that life is not all that. You know, sometimes when you watch some YouTube videos, it looks like life is hard in Canada, and when they watch such videos, they'll be like, I still are coping. You understand? So it gingered me a lot to be better and get something better to do. I digress. So I'm like, friends, I actually appreciate a lot of friends. I can't start calling names, but I know a lot of people that checked up on me in that period. Even my colleagues from work that got to know after I resigned. So yeah, so this said lady was part of people that inquired from me and asked me that, this one you resigned, though, are you relocating? I'm like, I want to do a certification. I didn't say yes, I didn't say no. I just laughed and I said, oh, I want to do a certification. She said, what? I said, in business analysis. She's like, I should have done it while you're still in job. I was like, no, it won't give me time to do it. You know? So, and now she's in my mind and in my spirit, I have actually cut her off, because I'm like, that energy is it's not matching my energy. I've had a lot of people relocate in my life, friends, acquaintances, loved ones, and I don't think there's anybody I'm actually having such animosity with that you did not tell me that you will. It's a thing of joy, right? You know, so I'm like, if you have such people in your lives that maybe they are still vexing with you, I've been here since February, and not for once has this my said friend, this person is my good friend, this is my said friend, not for once has she messaged me, you know, and asked me any good or any inquiry about myself, or she just vexed and blocked me off because I did not tell her that I was going to relocate. I know you have such people in your life, but I just wanted to let you know that, not everyone is the same. People are not what you think they are, you know. Not everybody will accept your success. I don't know if this is success now or your transition. Let me use it like that. Not everybody will accept it, and it's okay. It's okay. See, this life, I've learned one thing, and that thing I've learned is you move on regardless, right? You move on regardless of the situation. Be it, see, I've been failed by humans. If I tell you countless times I've been failed, see, me coming to Canada, I have some friends here in Canada that I will inquire some things from. But the response they will give me, even when I was trying to curate my resume for Canada, right? I was trying to curate my resume, and I reached out to a couple of my friends. Okay, fine, CV in Nigeria is not the same here. How can I recreate my resume? I know how to press some people to help me with their resume. When I had to reach out to some friends, even here in Canada, or even the ones that are in Canada safe, I said, please help me with your resume. Let me just use it as a template to do my own. I know the kind of resume some people gave me, like they removed their information. I'm like, what do I want to do with your information? You're my friend, for crying out. It was crazy. Like, I'm like, there's no way this person submitted this resume to an employer like this, because I just wanted to copy and paste, because we had the same job functions well in Nigeria. So I was like, since we already had the same job function and use this resume to get a job, let me just copy and paste it in and also get a job, right? So when I was copying and pasting, and I just saw that, wait, there's no contact information, nothing. I'm like, what do I want to do with your contact information? Like, it was crazy. You might place some people on a very high pedestal, right? But they don't place you in that same pedestal, which is fine, which is fine. I also remember job hunting and asking people, oh, refer me for jobs, and all of that. And, some people, even people that I know very well, like I can vouch for you. Like, when I was still in Nigeria and some of my friends relocated to the UK and they were sending references for work colleagues, I was busy signing it, like, say, I don't even know the job you're applying for. My own, like, don't shampoo me trouble. I was signing references like, say, today no day or tomorrow no day. But when I came to my own inquiry, I'm not a bad person, so I was not wondering why it was now a challenge. But I just realized that we are not all the same. I remember when I was single, I can go all out for my friends. Like, I'm always the number of bridal trade I have done in this life, in this life. You know that movie 27 Dresses? Be like, say I passed 27. Let me not lie. Even for extended family people. So I'm like, if I can go all out, and these are people that I have done such things for them in the past, and when it now came to my turn, the only thing that I might not do, maybe, okay, I've even done it for some people, like go across states for wedding. But me, I don't really like that idea, because if anything happens to you for road, now it's in the fight. But I know people that go all out for people, but I'm also like that. I give time, I give money. I may not give as much money, but I like to give my time. So back to what I was saying. So when it even came to like seeking for advice or counsel from friends that were already in Canada, it was a hassle. Like, I even stopped asking, because me asking was more like I was how would I put it? Me asking was more like I was bugging them. It was not external people that were helping me. External people. See, you don't rely. In as much as I used to say in my vlogs that a closed mouth is a closed destiny. But if you ask one person and the person is doing you like this, don't just stop there. Just keep asking. Just keep asking. Keep asking. One way or the other, one human being will assist you on this journey. One human being will assist you. So so the first story I told was a story about my friends in Nigeria, and the ones in Canada. So it wasn't swift. Like, me coming here, like, oh, I was even thinking, even when I landed, I had a friend that landed like 2 weeks in the same city, or 2 weeks before I landed, and I thought that, okay, that this person, all those SIN registration, all those things, it's not be a problem, because this person is already in my city, right? So imagine me reaching out to you. Okay, this person is not my friend. Let me just understand. Let me just clear it. That person is my friend, because obviously we met in one of those groups. But while we were in the process, I remember how many countless times she would chat me up and say, oh, let me see how you wrote your this letter. Let me see how you did yours. Even some certain confidential information like my pay slip, all of that, reference letter that I shared with this person. I actually felt that, okay, since she has been landed here before I landed, it will be easy for me to just land and voicemail. I enter voicemail. Like, which side did you do your SIN? This one, inquiries that I felt like it would be seamless for me. I was making external inquiries, but we give God the glory that we did not lose, right? So my point I'm trying to make in general, if you have that element that, if you have that element that family people is gonna do you, don't tell them, please. Because me, I don't have that element, but we had reasons for not, saying it to everyone. But if you have that element, there's no point in you saying it, because you already know what your familial background is. Then for your friends, be cautious and careful. Like, if someone had told me that this my friend would be this way, I'm like, it's not possible, because for a couple of years we were close, we were tight. You know, I mean the one in Nigeria that is still not talking to me till now. If you know families, you know from your family background, there's jazz. Like, there's people that can jazz you. Please, don't tell. If you know that there are friends that have this sprinkle of evil spirits or sprinkle of enviousness, don't tell. Land first before you begin to break the news. Then your process as well. In as much as I used to preach and say, a closed man is a closed destiny, even in my process, I was very calculative to tell who and who where I had gone to in certain steps. Like even when we got, after writing IT, IELTS, VS verification, I was very mindful of who we told and what we told. Okay? So, like I said, this life, one has to still be careful. In as much as I'm not a firm believer of somebody doing whatever, but I was very calculative and I understood that not everybody needs to know your business at a particular point in time. Now they all know my business. They even know how my house looks like based on my YouTube, right? You know, but still, I just thank God for progress. Then secondly, like, do not be disappointed. That's the point I'm trying to raise. Do not be disappointed when you land and feel like, oh, maybe you're even landing in the city of your friend and you feel like your friend is going to hold your hand throughout the journey, throughout your job search journey, throughout your... It's a lie. You know, there was even a time I felt a little bit entitled. My husband was like, don't feel that way. I felt a little bit entitled because I felt like there are some certain programs and government benefits I felt like my friend should have actually told me about. But I was discovering these things on my own, you know. My husband once told me, like, what if this your friend is not aware? Or what if she felt like you already know, you know? So you don't really know what someone is thinking in his on her head before you begin to draw conclusions. So if you land in any place in Canada and you feel like don't worry. You see, even when I wanted to land in Waterloo, the honest truth is we did not know anybody in Waterloo. Apart from this, from my friend I met in one of the groups that I landed 2 weeks before I landed, we had no one, no friend, no family in Waterloo. Just my friend's younger brother that we are not really close, but he helped us to come and look at the house we got before we he helped us to come and look at the house, the basement, before we actually landed, you know. But aside from that, we didn't know anybody, you know. So don't let that be a factor when you're trying to get a place. So people will tease you lesson. Like I was telling my husband, let's land in Mississauga now. But I changed my mind because the person that was the people that were in Mississauga that I considered my family friends, that I was asking, making inquiries and asking questions, the responses were very skeptical. Like I wasn't getting that, oh yeah, come. Because man, I know the kind of person I am. If you tell me you're coming to my city now, if you tell me that you're coming to my city and you're my person, oh no. I will create time, to be honest. I'll create time to like put you through, tell you the things I did, all of that. I'm that kind of person. But let's just say person. But I know that not everyone is like that. So I try to hold, I actually held grudges on some certain things, but my husband just told me, my husband is very free-spirited. I'm thinking I'm free-spirited, but Mr. Charles is very free-spirited. So he just told me, let go of all those things because it's not going to be progressive. It's not going to help you make your research, you know, look at your pockets, you know. There are some indexes that will show you how much in particular states, how much you can earn in certain states, how much housing is in certain states. And you know, you just use that index. If it's provision nomination, obviously you know you're coming to that particular province, so it's to decipher which city in that province you're coming to, and pray about it as well. See, prayer is the key. You know, human being is not the key. God will use human being to help you, but human being is still not the key. Prayer is the major key. All right. Thank you so much for listening to my little talk self-help advice I had to provide, because a lot of people fall into this category, and trust me, you just have to, you know, keep going with your head up. Like if the friend is still angry with you that you relocated and you did not tell her, to each her own. If the friend that you're coming to meet in Canada is not helping you, to each her own too. Just move on. You will meet more people along the way. That's my motto in life. If you shit in the church or in the mosque at any city, sorry, what did I want to just say now? Cut. So in any point in life, if anybody messes up around you and you feel like peace be unto you, just move on. Just move on. That's the point I'm trying to make. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know your girl Stels. Bye bye.